Hello guys. Sound check, sound check. Let me know if you can hear my voice with no problems. Hello producers. I wasn't saying producers for a long time, right? I don't know why I gave up on this. Let me post on Instagram so we can call more people. How you guys doing? How was your week? Okay, let's send the story to the Instagram. What? What's going on? FL Studio went crazy. Okay, so many demos coming already. So guys, this month, I'm gonna try to listen the demos in a random order. So everyone is gonna have equal chance. Because usually when I listen all the demos from, an order, I only be able to listen the first maybe 10 or 15 or maximum 20 demos. And rest of the 100 of demos are just leaving untouched. So this time I will just close my eyes and just roll and listen randomly. So let's see, this month we will try it and we will see if it's gonna be better or not. So let me post it quickly. And also one more thing, if you're a channel member from YouTube, I don't mean subscription, but I mean the memberships. So maybe you don't know there is the memberships in the channel, and there are several tiers in there. So it's Turkish, but you will get it. So this join button. So if you become even a supporter in the channel, you will have more, priority on the demos. Okay, we are almost ready. So I want to open FL Studio, but it just gave me error just now. So let's fix it very quickly. I need to put an empty project. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I'm gonna put the loop back. Let's do it like that. Because I want to have a span and also a wave candy, so for this oscilloscope preset. And yes. Okay, now we have what we need. So now I'm gonna just randomly open some demos. I also wanna have some of them from the beginning. That's good. And as I said, the members has the priority. So 1, 2, and 3 demos from the members. Okay, that's good. Let's start with the first track and let me know if you can. First of all, the low end needs to be a little bit bigger in my opinion. The low end could be just a little bit bigger. Welcome, Okan. And the leads are too stable. We need a movement on the leads. It's just going same all the time. Maybe we could have some release automation. It could get bigger or get smaller in time. But let's keep listening. I like the vibe. So it's like the very ending of the track. We got some movement and some movement on the lead itself. We need this to the whole track. The lead is going the same arpeggiato over and over all the time. If the melody is too stable like that, you need a movement. You need to make your lead more interesting. In this case, the lead is also too stable. The melody is also too stable. It's going to be hard to keep the listeners, entangled for the track for a long time. So I recommend you to just try to give some movement to the lead itself. Yeah, maybe Matrix also right. And the break section, again, it was cool in my opinion. I like the groove and vibe, but it was again an arpeggiato with a bass. It was too similar to the drops. At least maybe you could have some melody in the break section or maybe some vocal hook, something like that. So yeah, just try to keep this thing more interesting. That's my recommendation for you. But that was very, very good track. Thanks for sending it. Let's go to the next one.
All my friends are hot.
Yo, bro, I personally like the track. It's my style, big room techno. It's very decent. I'm starting to use this vocal a lot recently, but the way you're using, I think it fits perfectly to your track. I agree with Matrix. He says like you could have a break beat in the break section. I think it would fit perfectly, some beats like that in the background. Oh, you won't hear it because of the sound card. So never mind. Like a breakbeat, in the Kashmir packs, I think they have. Yeah, like just bring it more volume in here. You already have it. Yeah, man. Just a little bit more volume then. I don't know how I missed it. This breakbeat could be a little bit bigger, so it can just drive me and make me dance a little bit. Currently, it's kind of too low-cutted, I think. That's why it's sounding a little bit thin. Other than that, my real feedback was gonna be on the drop. The drop bass, the sub is perfect, the kick is perfect, but in the upper regions, such as 150 hertz. Like somewhere around here, you have some gap in your bass. Like maybe I can say that 120 to 220, 250, this area. If you could have a little bit grit in that section, maybe you can achieve that with pop filter Saturn. Maybe you can have a parallel processing. Don't ruin your bass. But if you have parallel processing and saturate this frequency, you will have much more full bass line. Because in the drop, the bass line in the sub, it sounds very decent. But in the bass region, I don't get enough power, enough grittiness on the bass. So I will just make my bass a little bit bigger if I were you. And this is a perfect track, like already release ready. I like it. The acid section was nice. Acid vocal in the second pre-drop was good. Yeah, I like it. Nice one, bro. Thanks for sending. Gosh, it's like I was going to a war, to save my world. Like this track gives me that adrenaline and that war vibe. So it's so hard. It's so gritty. It's so brutal track, as usual from Sounds. In every month, he just keeps surprising me with the submissions. So I believe, again, the heaviness is good, but in the last drop especially, I don't hear any punch of the kick. All I hear was a very high, pitch click and a bass, but there was no punch from the kick. Yeah, it's like, nothing shaking my chest. I don't know if it's genre specific or not, but I feel like sometimes, and most of the cases, most of the drops, time to time, the kick is vanishing. We get the bass, we get the high click. I don't know this, choo choo choo, that sound, but it's not shaking my chest. So I need a punch to feel the kick drum, and I think that's the only technical criticism for me, because I don't know how to give feedback to this genre in production wise, but in technical wise, yeah, the kick is disappearing time to time. It says that's current hardcore, almost no punch. But for example, in first drop, I love it. It was very punchy. It's like I can feel it. But for example, in here, there's no punch. And it feels a little bit weak to me. I don't get the enough wildness from the drop without a proper kick. But yeah, as you said, maybe that's about the genre. Other than that, one more thing. I feel like the drops are too mono. What do you think? Like when I check with the span, the correlation meter like almost every time staying at +1. So if you guys don't know about correlation meter, this represents the phases of the track. So if the correlation meter hits to the +1 all the time, which means the track is completely mono. If it's going to 0 to 1, 0 to 1 in going to the plus area, which means the track is very dynamic in terms of stereo widening. So in this case, the drops are always staying at +1, which means it's mono mostly. Yeah, this last drop is good, but first drop mono. Yeah, my point was the break was more wide than the drop, so I will just give a little bit wideness to the drops. So the drops could be, sound much more preserved by much more wider and louder. So that was the only thing. But again, like very surprising track, you cannot determine what's gonna come next, and that's why you keep listening to it. So yeah, I'm not familiar with the genre, but I always enjoy to listen this kind of different things. Yeah, man, Mr. Brown Alliance, I appreciate it. So one more thing about the correlation meter. If the correlation meter goes to the negative sides of the spectrum, if it goes to below 0, which means at that case, this left and right speakers are phase canceling each other. So when you make your track mono, you will lose tons of power. So it's okay if the correlation meter goes below 0 time to time, that's totally okay. But if it stays 0, stays under the 0, it stays in the negative sides most of the time, you should check your phases, which means you are phase canceling your music. Yeah, that's the thing. So I'm not gonna make hardstyle start to finish video because I'm honestly not listening to hardstyle, unfortunately. But I want to make some hard techno tutorials very soon. You know, Emily Lance, Charlotte DeWitt style. Maybe we can make a start to finish one. I just finished a new sample pack and serum bank for PML. So when it's released, I'm gonna make a full hard techno track using that. Oh, Joe Fires. Yeah, that video is about. I'm starting to give master classes in Lab Recordings. It's a record label in Turkey, İlkay Sankan's label. So yeah, I'm giving Turkish lessons there. What a surprise! Okay, let's jump to the next track. By the way, very nice artwork.
You can't stand the way I'm good with all my demons. You don't like me cause I'm just another heathen. If I don't share your opinion, am I evil? Some kind of creature, a disbeliever. I can see it in your eyes, the way you judge me. The way I don't fit in your box, it makes you crazy. Do you believe in all the words that you were preaching? Or would you leave me if I were bleeding? And I used to believe in the things that you say too. Lie after lie, it opened my eyes wide. Why would you tell me a dream that is crumbling? And take a piece of my heart, heart, heart. Take a piece of my heart, heart, heart, heart, heart, heart. Take a piece of my You speak of loving one another and forgiving. You just talk the talk, but you don't do the walking. If this is your idea of heaven, I don't want in. You preach of kindness, but want me silence. You don't like the way I walk or what I'm wearing. I shouldn't say what's on my mind cause I'm a woman. So you think you have the right to hurt my feelings, to leave me screaming cause of your meanings. And I used to believe in the things that you say too. Lie after lie, it opened my eyes wide. Why would you tell me a dream that is crumbling? And take a piece of my heart, heart, heart. Take a piece of my heart, heart, heart, heart, heart, heart. Take a piece of my Take a piece of my Take a piece of my I used to believe in the things that you say too. Lie after lie, it opened my eyes wide. Why would you tell me a dream that is crumbling? Take a piece of my heart.
Nice one. So, like, honestly, not much negative feedbacks. It's already very decent, you know, EDM track, I can say that. It's like the deep house vibes inside of it. I love it. The thing is like that. As you see, like the vocals are the thing that is carrying the whole track. Like the track is based on the vocals. So I think the vocals is not shining enough, not big enough, not bright enough. Yeah, not the lead that you need for this track. So what you could do is try to mix the vocal a little bit bigger.
Lie after lie, it opened my eyes wide. Why would you
You see, for example, she's like say ah, and then maybe you could automate the delays in that little gap. It could some pinpoint and it could get bigger. You could have some bigger reverb. You know, maybe you could have some chorus. In the drop, you could change the vocals, the way how you mix the vocals. So I think you can put more effects to the vocal. Don't be afraid to process it, over process it. That's okay. Maybe more compression. I mean, this could be a little bit in your face. So I always achieve the in your face vocals like that. Probably this is a sample pack vocal. That's why it's already compressed and processed in that way. But after you put your own delay, reverb, EQ, whatever you are doing, everything, you can just group the vocals in a vocal final bus before the sidechain, and you can have an OTT in there, maybe 10%. You can just boost the OTT and make the track a little bit, make the vocal a little bit bigger, just with compression. If you put the OTT after the delay, reverb, and all the effects, OTT is gonna glue your chain. So instantly you will have a bigger reverb, a bigger delay, bigger vocals. You have the drive fast. Perfect, bro. If so, this is my in my vocal chain. In that cases, if the vocal is not a sample pack vocal, I start with I start with this kind of 2A, this kind of EQs at first. In the Analog Obsession, do you know of that company? It's a Turkish guy making free clones of analog gear. So if you don't need to have the paid version, you can go Analog Obsession. They have amazing plugins in here, and all of them is free. You just need to go to their Patreon and download it free. You see, it's very interesting. So you can search and try to find the 2A style compressor. Yeah, also the Rare. Yes, Rare is from them, right? From Analog Obsession. Or this. Go to vocal compressor. Yeah, you can try this one. So those are, I don't know, have a magic in there and make the track so much good, and it fits perfectly to the mix. I always apply this to the dry vocal at first, or maybe the vocal after I EQ it. I always put this kind of compressors. This is not a glue compressor, but yeah, in Analog Obsession, all of the plugins are free, Joe Fires. You can check them. All of them free, and all of them sounds very good. Also, yeah, they have this. It's like a glue compressor. So yeah, I start with this kind of EQ, compression, and then I put all of my chain. Let's see, we put the EQ, we put delay, reverb, chorus, whatever we have, and then I always end the chain with OTT. I put the OTT like maybe 20%. This is my way to do it. I put input gain to feed the compressor more. And then at the same amount, I'm lowering the output gain. And then I'm doing it like that. So when the vocal is singing, you will see some line in here. I put this middle, this is the threshold knob, where the line ends. So let's say it's something like that. And then I start to color with these knobs. Those knobs are the individual output gains for high, mid, and lows. So don't be afraid to put the lows to the maximum, because probably in the beginning of the chain, you will already cut the lows of the vocal. So in this case, if you apply the low boost in here, you won't gonna boost to very sub frequencies, but instead it's gonna just add a body to the vocal. So things like that. You can just try to put OTT. My point was putting OTT just like that. Maybe you can have a screenshot in the last thing before sidechain. So this way I always be able to process my vocals so big, so huge. And that was it, bro. Like, I love the rest of the track. It was well processed, well produced. Only thing is I will make the vocals so much bigger. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for sending it.
On the
Dude, very nice track. You know, production wise, I have no feedbacks. It's perfect in my opinion. It's like just driving me. Oh, you says it's your own vocal. Dude, perfect. Congrats. You can sing very nicely. I like it, bro. So two things. First thing, the track is a little bit boxy in the mix. Let me play some portion. So as you see, like the mid frequencies are too much in here, way too much, and which makes the track sounds boxy. So I recommend you to don't pass that much of the low end. Usually, you can pass it time to time, but currently the mid frequencies are overtaking or like dominating the spectrum, which means like um, the compressor or the maximizer or the limiter in the master, whatever you're doing, the mid frequencies is gonna hit to the threshold first, and the compressor, maximizer, limiter, whatever you are using, is gonna duck the sounds according to the mid frequencies. But in our case, in this kind of musics, we need to have the low end to the biggest thing in the track. So as I said, it's okay, time to time you can just go more than the low end, but try to avoid it if it's like this too much mid frequencies. So try to dip it a little bit. Maybe you don't need to EQ it. Maybe you can just volume balance it and it's gonna be fixed. Maybe you can EQ some certain sounds. For example, this 260 hertz frequency, it's very, very, overtaking, dominating the low mids. So just try to lower it a little bit also. Maybe with EQ you can dip it. Try to give me more high frequencies, more upper mid frequencies. And also in the matrix tracks, just one track before it, I forget to tell you that also maybe you can try to boost in the master 4K a little bit. So your track sounds more bright. And in this track also we need more high frequencies, yeah. When I check the lows, it hits to the minus 36. So at least your high frequencies should hit minus 36 as well. Then you will have a tonal balance. So currently we are lacking highs, but we are having too much mids, which makes it a little bit boxy. So yeah. And the second feedback, the second drop is not impacting as hard as it should be because of the build up, I think. The kick is not clicky enough. It's the transient is not present. That's okay to have a kick like that. But if so, don't give me too much high frequencies in the build up just before the drop, because when you go to the drop, my ears get used to the too much high frequencies. But in the drop, even the kick doesn't have that much high, that much click. So I feel like drop is not impacting as big as it should be. So maybe you can get rid of the high frequencies in the build up when you go towards the second drop. Or maybe you can just have a gap before the second drop. So yeah, fix the build up to fix the second drop's impact. That's it. So yeah, I talk too much. What a good track, by the way. Oh, I see many familiar faces. Many week here, Heifer here. Chris came. We had a collab with Chris 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, welcome, brother. Okay, let's jump to the next track. And yeah, hope to collab with Medic someday. I will want that, yeah. Okay, let's go. Yo, dude, very nice track. It hits very hard, and it's very funny. Like recently, I start to make music and content for production music live in this style, this hard techno style. So now I can give you some proper feedback, because I was studying this for a couple weeks. Honestly, the kick doesn't cutting through the mix, not its punch or sub, but its click, its attack. So that's with that reason, when you bring the claps, when you introduce the claps to the track, you see, like the kick hits and the clap hits. The clap sounds way bigger than the kick because the claps has too much high frequencies, but the kick doesn't have good attack layer. That's why it's not cutting through the mix, especially when there's claps are playing. So I suggest you to put a top kick or maybe boost the kick on high frequencies, even I think like 1.5k. Usually the click of the kick, you can try to boost there. I think your bass is good. The kick is fitting perfectly, but it needs to be cutting through. Also, if you are unsure where to boost in a kick, just get a patcher. Where's my patcher? And you will see like simple EQ bass drum. You can just try those. You see? It's like already pre-made bands. So it's like boosting exact frequencies that you need. Try to make the kick cut through the mix. I think that's what you need. Other than that, the drop steps, they could be a little bit bigger. What do you think? This sound, this ta ta ta ta ta ta ta ta, this could be so much in your face. So again, you can achieve that with some OTT. I usually do this chain on every of my lead. So before sidechain, let's say, we process the lead. Just before sidechain, I like to put OTT, again like the same as I did to the vocal, like this. And then after the OTT, or maybe before, try both. I like to have a clip control preset in here, which is kind of clipping the signal, also distorting, like hard clip distortion, something like that. But it makes it so much bright. But I mix it like 30%, something like that. So yeah, if you just do similar processing like that in the end of the chain, you will have so much bigger steps. You can do the same in the second drop steps too. Yeah, man, the steps could be bigger, the kick could be more clickier. The rest was perfect. Thanks for sending it. Nice track. Let's jump to the Kogan's track now. I think this is gonna be progressive house, just judging from the name.
Keep trying not to run, 'cause I'm falling every time. Now I'm fine, 'cause I'm right here by your side, and you're keeping me alive. Oh, the stars above, so far yet near.
Yes, those emotions and those vibes. So, like people says they are crying in the chat. Kogan, nice song, brother, nice idea. I'm thinking, I was thinking, maybe your kick could be just a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more saturated. Um, because when the kick hits, again, I'm not having this chest shake that much. Maybe that's because the rest of the sounds are a little bit too bright compared to the kick. So when I check the spectrum, I can see that the mids are a little bit bigger. That's okay. This is the drop section, and you have only one synth occupying the mids. That's okay. But in the high frequencies, like you see, all the source has too much spikes. It's just a little bit harsh in the top. So if you have too much high frequencies, high information on the track, just try to give me a little bit bigger low end. So maybe you can, yeah, I think it's the key is to have it is the saturation, in my opinion. Maybe a more saturated kick, or maybe just a little bit more volume on the kick will solve the problem. And other than that, in the second break, I love how everything's going on, but maybe this is kind of too similar to the first break, right? It's like
By your side,
in the beginnings of both breaks, they are too identical. Maybe in the second break, before the climax part, I will introduce some drums or maybe some, snaps, maybe little claps, just very small things to make me keep vibing. Because again, after the drop, I just go to the very emotional plane of sounds, and just if I were, I would just put just a small drum to keep the rhythm, the groove going on. But this is personal choice. I think it's already very decent. Very nice track, man. Very nice emotions. Just be careful on these spikes. I think that's okay, but maybe you can lower the sounds that are occupying the high frequencies. And maybe one of the reasons you are having too much spikes, maybe the synths are too dry. You could put just a little bit more reverb, so you would get rid of the spikes of it, and maybe you can make your high end less harsh. In this case, it's a little bit too harsh. Thanks for sending the track. I love it. Let's jump to the next one. I accidentally stopped the stop at the outro. So very nice track, bro. Yeah, everyone says like Tulum, Mexico. Yeah, those vibes, you know. In a boiler room set, Solomon could play this track and everyone would go crazy. I love it, man. Just one thing, I was thinking in the first drop's lead. I think this lead a little bit thin and small. You see, you have tons of headroom still. You can just give it more volume. Yeah, you can mix this lead way bigger. Again, just use the OTT trick I just showed you, and it's gonna be enough. So I was also checking the mastering of yours. You know, I was about to judge the kick and bass relationships, but then I checked it with Span, it was perfect. But when I check the oscilloscope, I see like the kick and the bass is not the biggest thing in the drop, especially the kick. It's like not hitting to the full, you know, spectrum. It was hitting maybe to -3, -4 dBs or something like that. The other sounds was hitting to the 0 dB, but kick not. So I recommend you to just maybe give more volume to the kick bass, but it will create too much problems. Maybe what you can do, maybe all you need to do is just boost the track in the mastering a little bit more and see how it's gonna be. What is your mastering chain? Because like, yeah, just check the oscilloscope. When the kick bass are playing, they are not full. It's so hard to see when this thing is moving. But yeah, the kick and the bass is not the biggest thing. If you just solve it, the track is gonna sound so much huge. And don't forget to mix your leads bigger. So yeah, in the second drop, the leads, the arpeggiato leads is perfect. It's very big, very bright, but in the first drop, it's not. I think that's the only thing to criticize. Make the criticism, it's so hard word. Yeah. Nice track, bro. Thanks for sending it. I love the vibe. Vibe is very nice. It's like just taking me inside.
On my mind, day and night, all the time. Like my body's hypnotized, yeah. 24/7 dominated by the spell that you created. You take me to paradise. There's something about you, love and magic. Makes me come alive, makes me come alive. Head on fire, red hot flashes, brings me back to life. Must be voodoo, you
man, what a remix. What a remix. It's, yeah, you nailed it, bro. I love how the loud the track is. I love how the kick bass relationships to each other. It sounds very fat. Um, I think I have two feedback for you. First of all, the break climax in here. This lead just can be a little bit louder. Because I was expecting something loud in here when you switch to the climax part, put the big leads in here, but they were a little bit silent, what I expected. And in the drop, you are using the same sounds. Maybe in the drop, you can also just give it a little bit more volume. Because this sound is, in the low octave. That's why it's not sounding loud enough. So yeah, just try to boost it maybe 1 or 2 dB and it's gonna be okay. And then the other thing, I think the vocal is kind of too harsh, especially in 4K. So again, to solve it, just give more reverb to the vocal. This kind of acapellas, when you extract it or when you get it, because it's not this, studio render, the extraction or this processing is just ruining the quality of the vocal. To hide this artifacts on the vocals, this harshness, these spikes, just give it more reverb. Yeah, that will be it. And very dope remix, bro. Even if you can send me this remix as a WAV file, I can play it on my set. I'm gonna record a set for Kairos, my friend, my friend from Greece. He's gonna make I'm gonna play a guest mix on his radio show. So yeah, if you can send me that, I like to play this track. Nice one.
Breaking down in the background. Breaking down in the background. Breaking down in the background.
Okay, chat, tell me what you think about this. Because I think it's perfect already. I have zero negative feedbacks on it. I can only say how I love the track. The kick bass is perfect. All the leads are very decent. It's like the break is, they're driving me through. It's not boring. It's just the flow is very nice. So it's already release ready, bro. The master of the track is very nice also. Congrats, Jack. I love it, man. I love it. This is one of the best productions from you, for the couple months maybe. This is one of the best maybe so far this year. I love it, bro. So good. Did you sign it? If you are here, just let me know. Nice one. Yeah. Jumping to the next one. So I want to listen again as much as I can. So I'm just checking the tracks, just listening my heart. That's.
I found myself in the dark of the night. When I was lost, needed a reason to fight. Cried out my tears, then they started to dry. I found me, all I need.
I was checking the low end. By the way, the idea is very nice. Jaw fires, you should finish it. I love it, bro. It's like very nice big room vibes, old school big room vibes. Not old school, but I think this kind of big room is now the new old school. I don't know. I like it. The break was nice.
I was lost, needed a reason to fight. Cried out my tears.
Nice melody, nice plug. It fits with the vocals perfectly. I think the thing is the drop doesn't have much high frequencies. You see, when we check it, the highs are starting to vanish after 4K, you see? You don't have much high frequencies. So this is your low end, okay? So your low end hits minus 30. Make sure your high frequencies hits to the minus 30 as well. So when you solo the kick, bass, and the drums, make sure your drums hitting to minus 30 when all the drums activated. The right, the hi-hat, the claps, whatever you have. And if you still cannot reach to the minus 30, the same amount with the low end, try to boost with the EQ, your leads, the lead synth, that kind of sounds. Then you will have the tonal balance. Technical, just like that. Production wise, it's going nice. Just try to make the second part of the track. Try to come up with a new approach for the drop in the second drop. Try to make it a little bit different. And that's it. Nice one, nice one.
Flashing memories.
Lister Domner. I know that sound.
Flashing memories.
Flashing memories.
Bro, the idea-wise, production-wise, again, I like it. Most of the parts are very well produced. The thing is your mixing decisions. I think the kick and the bass are extremely loud in the track compared to the rest of the sounds. Just check the span with your low end with the first drop. So especially when the lead goes one octave lower, as you see, the kick bass are dominating as it should be, but there are no enough high frequencies, no high mids, no mids. Try to get a little bit more balance in the track. Currently the kick is too loud, but the rest of the sounds are too pushed to the back, especially the drums. I love the vocals, the granular synthesis on the vocal, the granulization. It was perfect. It was very nice. But yeah, the tonal balance needs some work. Also, when you put the kick to the break, again the kick is too loud. But the rest of the sounds are very silent compared to that. Try to process other sounds bigger or make the kicks smaller so you can, make a balance between them. Currently the kick is too loud. The main lead could be so much bigger, maybe with more reverb, maybe with, again, the OTT and the same processing ways, like that. In this order, you will have much more bigger lead, and that's what you need because the kick bass is very fat, but the rest of the sounds cannot fighting with them. Kick and bass are overly dominating the track, and that's why the track sounds very bass oriented. That's okay, but we don't have enough presence, enough clarity, enough high frequencies. And which is responsible for the energy of the track? You need high frequencies. So again, the same thing. Just check your low end in here. It hits -30. And make sure your high frequencies hits to the -30 at least when everything is playing at the same time. When in the biggest part of the drop. So thanks for standing the track. We are jumping to the next one.
Prepare for launch. Fire the rocket. Run system diagnostics. Lock the target. Prepare for launch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1.
Nice idea. We all love big room techno, right? So the thing is like that. Several feedbacks. The break arp wasn't cutting through from the mix. It was too small.
Run system diagnostics.
Maybe you can have a little bit more volume on the break arp. The kick is, yeah, in this kind of tracks, you need a very, very clicky in your face kick drum. And currently the kick drum doesn't cut through the mix. Because of the attack, it's not clicky enough. Or maybe some other sounds are fighting with them, or maybe it's just the volume of it. Maybe you need to give it a little bit more volume to your kick and bass. You can check that, you can try that. And one more thing, it was like the acid, maybe, yeah, as the Chris said, maybe you need a little bit more low cut from the acid, because now it's kind of making it too muddy in the low mix. You see this frequency, it's kind of muddy, because like the 30 hertz area is too dangerous area. If you have too much of it, it's gonna make your track muddy, blurry. If you have too less of it, the track is gonna sound so thin. So you need to find a balance. But yeah, I would just have an EQ, just like that. Maybe even a dynamic EQ if possible, if you have plugins. And just put it like that on the acid, so it can tame the muddy frequencies from the acid a little bit. I was checking that. But other than that, I love it, man. Very nice track. The break was so cool. The storytelling is very nice. Maybe it's the rumble of the kick. Yeah, bro, maybe. Rolling bass that interferes. So make sure the rumble and the kick is not touching each other. Let me check it from like this. So it's hard to see when the spectrum is moving. But make sure when you solo the rumble and the kick, make sure the kick waveform is never gonna change, you know? It shouldn't be changing at all. And if you're layering a rolling bass line to the rumble, yeah, man, you gotta try all the variations, you know, cut the rumble like that and cut the rolling bass like that. Try to make them fit perfectly like a puzzle. And my way to mixing that kind of sounds is like that. I never use the rolling bass line from the, you know, serum or the synth itself. After I make the sound, I always render it, you know, just the one bar, and I'm just looping the rendered, you know, stem file of it. Because if I use the serum, every time the rolling bass plays, it's gonna slightly play a different phase. And it's very hard. It's gonna be very hard to mix. Maybe at some point it could interfere with the kick. At some point maybe it's not. So that's why I always print my rolling bass and then I process it. And even if you're satisfied with the process of it, just render again and use it as a WAV file. I'm always doing this to the baseline. Okay, let's jump to the next one.
You're my high, don't lie, you're out of my mind. Let it rain over me. I'm rising so high, out of my mind. So let it rain over me. I, let it rain over me. I, let it rain over me. Always a new me, always a new vodka, always a new 30, baby, you a rockstar. Dale veterana que tú sabes más de la cuenta, no te hagas. Teach me, baby, I'm better, yes. Freak me, baby. Yes, yes. I'm freaky, baby. I'ma make sure that your piece feels peachy, baby. No bullshit bras. I like my women sexy, classy, sassy, powerful, yes. Siento te quiere little nasty. Ow. This ain't a game, you'll see. You can put the blame on me. Dale muñequita, ahora ahí, and let it rain over me. You're my high, don't lie, I'm out of my mind. Let it rain over me. I'm rising so high, out of my mind. So let it rain over me. Let it rain over me. Let it rain over me. No reason, no meaning, always a new vodka, life's a new majority, ya tú sabes. Next step, la Casa Blanca. No hay carro, no vamos en balsa. Homie, you know the drill. They won't know what I got till they read the wheel. I ain't trying to keep it real. I'm trying to keep wealth and that's for real. Pero mira que tú estás buena. Y mira que tú estás buga. Baby, no me hables más. Y tíramelo, mami sola. No games, you'll see. You can put the blame on me. La muñequita, ahora ahí. And let it rain over me. My body don't lie. I'm out of my mind. Let it rain over me. I'm rising so high. Out of my mind. So let it rain over me. Let it rain over me. Let it rain over me.
Bro, very cool, very nice one. Is the vocals are original? I mean, like, is it cover or remix? It's not the original vocals, right? So you can release it on the Spotify. Yeah, Chris, right? You can just send it to the Bounce and Bass. Probably they will interested in the track. It's like the hyper techno, right? The very trendy genre recently. I love it, man. This one is nice. No negative feedbacks. You know, the mastering is nice. You see, it's very flat. You clip the track very decently. The energy is perfect. It's just 2 minutes. No long, no bullshit. It's just pure energy. I love it. Like, you would get tons of DJ support with this as well. I think this sounds so professional. Yeah. Very nice, man. Yeah, the vocals are, if this is a cover, you can just, yeah, it's a cover. That's perfect, man. They will gladly sign it. Probably Bounce and Bass. They will interest this track for sure. Nice one. So yeah, it's a pass from me. It's release ready. Nice one. Okay, let's jump to this one. Seeing some Ori James feedback as well.
See that move? Oh, what a sight. Every step taken with exquisite grace, a radiant smile lights up her face. Oh, the jiggle is deliberate. In rhythm, she does gyrate. With every beat, her spirit elevate. Her joy, no one can replicate. That jiggle is deliberate. One thing's for sure, there's no debate. That jiggle is deliberate. One thing's for sure, there's no debate. That jiggle is deliberate, deliberate, deliberate, deliberate, deliberate, deliberate, deliberate, deliberate, That jiggle is deliberate.
So, two things, man, like came into my ear in the first listen. The leads are too loud. That's why it's kind of masking the kick bass and all of the background stuff, even the drums. It's just masking it all because you made a perfect mix on the leads. It's like too, I don't know, too sharp, too strong, like a solve, you know. It's like very sharp. But it's too loud, that's why it's masking the stuff. And also in the break, the vocals are overly widened, in my opinion. I'm hearing more vocals in my left speaker. So I like to have a vocal, at least a mono vocal in the middle. And then you can put chorus, you can put delay reverb, and they can be stereo. But at least give me a mono vocal so I can understand what the vocals said.
That jiggle is deliberate.
I think vocals are kind of too wide. That's why I don't understand what it says. And also two drops are identical. The second drop could be different. Maybe you can use the same synth, but you can divide it to two parts and, you know, make a question answer with two different synths. They can talk to each other. You can introduce something different. You can introduce offbeats, you know, percussions, juka, juka, juka, juka in the second drop. So yeah, just try to add some variation to it. Overall, nice track, but it needs more work on the production side. Yeah, man. Thanks for sending this one. We are jumping to the Aramis track because he needs to go sleep. Good one, bro. Good one. Again, like a short track, full of energy, full of emotions. The vocals are perfect. The break section is perfect. It's so cool, man. I love it. The only thing, like, second drop is not impacting as big as I want, because, you know, you instantly just go to the big leads in here. Just do something like that. Just make an impact and give us a gap, you know. It should be silence, and then you can filter the leads very thin, you know. With the filter you can fade them in, and in the drop they can be so much bigger, just like this already. So just have a good pre-drop section, maybe 2 bar, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know, just figure it out. The drop is gonna be so much good, so much bigger. And also the second drop leads, again, a little bit thin in my opinion. So what I will do in this, if this was my track, I will instantly put this plugin. This plugin. Again, there's some free versions of it. In the Analog Obsession, you can find it. So the way I'm using this on the thin leads is like that. I put the bandwidth to the middle. So it's not gonna affect very wide or very thin, like a spike. No, it's gonna be just a medium bandwidth. And then I'm putting the low frequency to the 100s. It doesn't matter if you cut those frequencies already, it's okay. This is just to give a little bit body without making it too muddy. Okay, so I would just boost it just like that until it's fat enough, just like that. 100 Hertz middle bandwidth. And yeah, as I said, there are free versions of this plugin as well. EQP1A, you can search like that and you will find it. Other than that, it was perfect. Yeah, as Chris says, you can sign it very easily. Nice idea. Nice one.
this is all good. You say I don't know. I'm I saw you UFO, but nobody believes me. I was 16 miles from home with nobody inside. I saw you UFO, but nobody believes me. And what's it gonna take to get me back home tonight?
Okay, man, nice remix. Couple things to mention. First of all, the arrangement is perfect. You know, I would play it on my sets. It's very good. It's that good. In my opinion, the bass is not big enough compared to the kick. Maybe yeah, the kick is good, like the old school trance kicks, but the bass is not big enough. So you should maybe give 2 dB, maybe 3 dB more to the bass so they can get close to your kick. Other than that, when the leads are playing in the background, you have the acid sound, you know, acid pattern going on. So it's two leads, it's like a kind of you are making two leads playing at the same time, because the lead is lead in first drop, let's say. And you know, you see this soft lead is playing and the acid is playing. They are kind of fighting with each other, especially in the second drop. So that's why I think the leads are not cutting through. I would give a little bit more volume to the leads in the drops. And also especially the second drop lead, this soft lead, this lead is playing like a step. It's kind of too thin. Again, I will just boost a little bit body to it. And I think it's sidechain too harsh. That's why it's not cutting through the mix. I would sidechain the leads less, so they can, you know, be lead. As a lead, they can be heard. Other than that, I love it. The vocals are on point. The drops energies are nice. You just need to mix it a little bit clean, in my opinion. And don't forget to check the bass. Let me check something like that. What if I cut some lows and see the bass of it? So if you check the spectrum, you will see that the kick is too big and then the bass is very little compared to it. So which means you still have some spot, some headroom to boost the bass. If the low end can be a little bit bigger, I think 90% of the problems of this track is gonna be solved. Again, like if you can fix it, just you can send me another update. Maybe I will play it also. You can send me promo. Nice one. I like this. Good vibes, bro. Cool one, cool one. So I think the mastering is a little bit silent. We could have more volume. It was kinda too silent for me. But I have several feedbacks. First of all, the vocals are a little bit thin. If you cut the vocals too much low cut, don't do that. Give the vocals freedom. It won't gonna clash with nothing, so don't worry about it. I'm not cutting more than 150 hertz on my vocals. So yeah, vocals needs a little bit body. And also the sub bass wasn't big enough in my opinion, like the first octave I'm talking about. So maybe you can have a little bit bigger bass, maybe you can, boost the sub just a little bit. And other than that, the second drop is not impacting as I expected again, like probably because you don't have a drop sweep noise, Let's see. Maybe the drop could start with a crash or maybe, just a white noise, something like that. So it could give more energy to the second drop. Other than that, I love the track, man. It's very nice. Just try to master it a little bit louder. So that was it for my side. Let's jump to the next one. I'm gonna skip the intros. Okay, so yeah, the track is too repetitive in my opinion, in everyone's opinion. Try to get a variation, get a movement, put new sounds. Yeah, with this, if you're gonna have a repetitive drop, you need to have your lead sounds evolving all the time, automating tons of parameters. So the same melody doesn't sound repetitive and keeps interesting. But in this case, it's just going same and same. So that's why I wanna, stop, because I predict it's gonna be same on the next bar as well. So that's the first thing. I got several things. First of all, there is no bass in the drop. You see the kick hits very big. and the bass is too small. I couldn't even hear the sub, even the bass, you know. Try to balance them properly. Yeah, you just need to give tons of volume to the bass until they match with the kick. And then the kick is too clicky, kind of too clicky, and even with the waveform, the kick's click is having too much peak. So maybe you can put a hard clipper and tame the kick a little bit. So other thing, drop ARP, drop melody was too small. You know, the kick was extremely big and I couldn't hear the first drop ARP. So yeah, you need to balance, start balancing from the zero. You know, maybe you can just get rid of all the mixers, broke the volumes, start with kick, make it perfect with the bass, add the lead, add everything in a priority order. Then maybe you will have a better balance in the end. Other thing, the transitions could be improved. For example, the drop to break was extremely sudden. You see, it's like a copy paste in two parts. You could have a sweep, so you just need to glue the sections together with more FX. Yeah, those were the feedbacks on this. It's totally can be improved. It has potential, but also it needs to be more interesting and it needs to be mixed better. Thanks for sending the track, bro. Hope those feedbacks are gonna be useful and you can be able to improve your track.
Aşkta gülüyor bu yüzün, ne de ayakta durmaya gücüm yeter. Kimi kırdıysam yok özür, olsun halleri biritten beter. Şu garip koca dünyanın bütün derdi tasası bana kalmış gibi. Sorun değil olur arada, ama sonuçta biz de insanız değil mi? Gençlersin gecelerimiz, sevmeyi aşkım solmasın hiç şekil yüzün. Gel hadi şerefine içelim bu aşk. Renklensin gecelerimiz, sevmeyi biz beceremedik. Aşkım solmasın hiç şekil yüzün. Gel hadi şerefine içelim bu aşk. Yeterince düşmanım var benim, sen bana yoldaş ol. Yeterince pişmanlığım var benim, sen benim ilkim ol. Akışına bırakamam kaybol, o benim süslü çiçeğim. Bakışına erir içim buz gibi, renklensin gecemiz. Renklensin gecelerimiz, sevmeyi biz beceremedik. Aşkım solmasın hiç şekil yüzün. Gel hadi şerefine içelim bu aşk. Renklensin gecelerimiz, sevmeyi biz beceremedik. Aşkım solmasın hiç şekil yüzün. Gel hadi şerefine içelim bu aşk. Renklensin gecelerimiz, sevmeyi biz beceremedik. Aşkım solmasın hiç şekil yüzün. Gel hadi şerefine içelim bu aşk.
Dude, I surprised when I hear Rain Man. I honestly don't listen him too much, but it's like I get happy when I listen some Turkish. So the pianos are a little bit too loud in the intro, especially. So the vocals are filtered, that's why piano is kind of overtaking it. Maybe you can also do the same effect with the piano, lower it a little bit. So you can lower the pianos a little bit, so the vocals can still be the biggest thing even in the intro. So I agree with Lexon. It's kind of too much sidechained. Everything is too hard sidechained. I think that might be the personal preference. Maybe it's about the genre of it. That's okay. But I feel like the vocals are a little bit too muddy.
Bütün derdi tasası bana kalmış gibi.
So just try to get rid of this 300 Hz area in the vocals a little bit. Just EQ, dip it. So you will have a little bit more clean mix down, you know, in the end. So I feel like maybe in the master you boost it too much. I don't know, but I hear too much high frequencies. And kind of, yeah, it's like too much noise in the build-up, especially too much high frequencies, a little bit harsh.
Sorun değilsin gecelerimiz. Sevmeyi biz beceremedik.
Yeah, maybe the mastering limiting is too much, because when you check the waveforms, the drop is smaller than the break in the build-up even. When you make the waveform, when I see the waveform, I need to be able to understand which part is drop, which part is break, which part is build-up. So in here the drops are small, but the other sections, for example, the build-ups, it's super huge. You see, this is bigger than the drop. So you need to just balance it better. You need to make it, maybe it's about the gain staging, maybe it's just the balancing between sounds. But yeah, you gotta make sure the drop is the biggest part in the track. But other than that, the idea is cool. The drop is very interesting. I love it. That was very nice. Let's jump to the next one.
Lost in the night, chasing my dreams, pulses of light, guiding my feet, heart beating fast, I'm ready to leave, in this electric world where emotions run deep. World where emotions run deep. Let's go. Lost in the night, chasing my dreams, pulses of light, guiding my feet, heart beating fast, I'm ready to leave, in this electric world where emotions run deep. Lost in the night, chasing my dreams, pulses of light, guiding my feet. World where emotions run deep. Let's go.
So honestly, nice big room, bro. I have just one feedback. Agree with the Lexon. He says like the delay of the vocals are too much. Yeah, I think if you have less, maybe if you have sidechain delay and reverb for the vocals, if you can just give me the dry vocal a little bit more, it can be more clean. And currently the vocals are kind of disappearing with all the FX. I think it's a little bit too much FX on the vocals. And other than that, the climax leads can be louder. So maybe not louder, but you can give some more body to the climax lead. Maybe like 500 hertz. If you boost it with a wide band, you will have much more bigger and fatter leads. Other than that, I love the drops. Just vocals and climax leads. That's all. Last 2 tracks, guys. I'm a little bit tired again. We are over 2 hours. Let's go listen last 2 tracks.
You wake up middle of the night. You lost in your mind. Every dream's going wrong. I don't care. I have my smile.
Okay. First of all, the overall groove, overall vibe, actually, I like it. But I agree with Lexon, especially. The drops are empty, you know. You just have a one arp is going on and on. It's too repetitive. If you're gonna have a repetitive arpeggiato as a lead, you need to have a movement on your synth. You need to automate, you know, maybe put some flanger, some filter in the end of the bars. You can automate some release, some decay. You know, try to give some life to the sound. Now it's too stable, doing the same thing. If you're gonna still have the stable arps, then make sure to have enough ear candy in the background, so the drops still could be interesting when you listen to it. Maybe, you know, the acid shots, bass shots, synth shots, whatever you can find. You can create a groove in the background, so when we listen to the track, it doesn't sound repetitive. But currently there's only an arp and a kick and rumble going on. That's why it's kind of sound, you know, repetitive, in my opinion. The second build-up was too stable again. You could have more, go crazy with the reverb. You know, put some master automations like an endless smile or endless cry, my patch. Go crazy with it, you know, wash it out before the second drop. And then the vocals, maybe you can put a delay to it, and at some certain points you can automate the delay to fill the gaps. So those three things are my feedbacks for this track. So you can keep working on it, and I'm sure if you can work on those things, you can be able to convert this one to a very decent big room techno track. So thanks for standing. I'm so tired, guys. Let's jump to the last track of today. It's Chemicals.
Just what can I do? 'Cause I feel the future when I'm there with you. We're all chemicals, chemicals, chemicals. We are, we're all chemicals, chemicals, chemicals. We are.
Again, nice track, man. Nice remix. So I feel like the kick a little bit loud compared to the bass in the drop. So I'm gonna activate this high cut filter before span. So in the oscilloscope, just check your kick, how big it is, and check the bass, how small it is. So I think you can just give a little bit more volume to the bass, or maybe you can just lower just a little bit volume from the kick, so they will have a better balance. And other than that, I like it, man. I like it. It was very groovy. I like how the bass glides. I love how the vocals are processed. I think it's sounding very full. And it's kind of release ready already. I like it. I can't give you very detailed feedback because I'm very tired now. I don't know what is good or what is bad. So But yeah, thanks for sending the track. Thanks everyone. I think I'm gonna finish it now. See you next month, and I'm gonna be giving priority to the channel members in the feedback streams. So today I listened the tracks with a random order. I think it's better because in the other way, people I can be only able to listen the first tracks, and the rest of the tracks I never got enough time to listen them. But when we do it randomly, and when I cheat with to some friends, I think I can cover more demos and more variety of the demos. And also, yeah, if you want more detailed feedback, you can join the YouTube channel as a member. So you will get one detailed feedback every month. You can check the tiers. So today that was it, guys. Yeah, 2 hours of feedback, very tiring. But yeah, I'm so happy to do this with you guys. So I love how this community works and support each other. So I appreciate for all the support that you show to the channel. So see you on the next video, guys. Bye bye. Now I'm gonna leave now.